we've entered this structurally more inflationary monetary environment. And that has a number of consequences. One is we talked about earlier about the unit bias of contracts and wages. So in a disinflationary or deflationary environment, we have a very scarce, kind of slow growing or no growing money supply. The unit bias favors the contract holders and the wage earners, because you have a stable unit of account. Whereas if the money supply is constantly inflating and the unit of account is devaluing, it's the onus is generally on those who have to try to get wages increase just to keep up with inflation, let alone to compensate for their greater experience and productivity. So that's one factor. Another one is if you exchange gold and silver coins with people, or you exchange physical banknotes backed by gold and silver, and you can hold them for pretty long periods of time because you don't need interest because they're backed by gold and silver. They're fairly sound. But if you start to have a more inflationary monetary environment, thanks to central banking, it's unsafe to hold large amounts of banknotes because they're going to get inflated away if you're not earning interest to keep up. And so you're more inclined to put them in a bank and hold them as interest-bearing deposits. But that means now that the bank can see everything you do, and by extension, the bank's government can see everything you do.